So it's my honor to introduce Senator Kirsten Gillibrand of New York.
Thank you, everybody. Who's having fun at this convention? I hope everyone loved the speeches last night. I was in tears at least 3 or 4 times. I think this is going to be the most unbelievably inspiring convention that we've ever been at and we've ever participated in. Kamala Harris's mom used to say, "You may be the first to do many things, but make sure you are not the last." Right. Like many of our moms, she was right, she was wise, and she knew things that we didn't know. We all stand on the shoulders of those who dared to dream for better things, who fought for our rights and didn't give up. In 1872, the first woman to formally run for president was a woman named Victoria Woodhull. She was a 34-year-old suffragist, abolitionist, and businesswoman. And the Equal Rights Party, we don't have that anymore, but remember it, the Equal Rights Party nominated her along with Frederick Douglass to be her vice president. Now, Victoria, like Kamala, was a change maker who never backed down from a fight. 100 years later, New York produced a congresswoman named Shirley Chisholm, who also ran for president, first black candidate to contest the nomination of a major party. And in 1984, just a dozen years later, our own Geraldine Ferraro, another New York congresswoman, became our first vice presidential nominee. Now, this is a history we know, and we heard about it last night from Hillary Clinton, part of that long line of fighters. These women are the shoulders on whom we stand to get Kamala Harris to be president of the United States. Today, we are nominating her, and she will take all of that collective blood, sweat, tears, 150 years of advocacy to lead us and this party to victory. Kamala has told us that she knows what it means to exist in the context of all which you live and what came before you. Vice President Harris knows what it's like to stand on the shoulders of giants. So, we have some unfinished business we need to talk about today in addition to electing Kamala Harris, and it's called the Equal Rights Amendment. How many people know about the Equal Rights Amendment? The 28th Amendment. The 28th Amendment guaranteeing equality for women is ready to go. It is on deck. All the work has been done. There is no reason why we can't sign and publish that amendment today, and let me tell you why. We wrote that amendment over 100 years ago. Alice Paul and New York's Crystal Eastman wrote it, and we've been working on it ever since. But why isn't it the 28th Amendment? Well, we did all the things Article 5 told us to do. We got 2/3 of the House and Senate done in the 70s. We got 3/4 of the states to ratify. The last one in 2020 was Virginia. So why wasn't it signed and published then? Well, the reason was unfortunately, Trump was president, and he told his lawyers to lie about the law and refused to sign and publish it. But you know who agrees with us? All the blue state and purple state attorneys general, and governors, including Tim Walz, Dana Nessel, and Josh Shapiro, all believe this argument. So does the American Bar Association, which said everything's done, you should just sign and publish. So why does this even matter? Why does it matter? Why do we care? Well, I'll tell you why. ERAs have been used in states to guarantee reproductive freedom. Because if you cover all male reproductive care but not all female reproductive care, it is fundamentally unequal. And what did the Dobbs decision say? The Dobbs decision say that women do not have a right to privacy and therefore do not have a right to bodily autonomy and reproductive rights. But men somehow have a right to privacy and bodily autonomy and reproductive rights. It will be deemed invalid under a national equal rights amendment. So that is what we have to do, and that is why we have to care. So last point, what therefore do we need to do to get this done? We have the first female archivist. I had a long talk with her. And I believe that if we convince President Biden and Vice President Harris that this is right and just, she will sign and publish now. So what do we want? An ERA. When do we want it? Now. What do we want? An ERA. When do we want it? Now.